Hi everyone, it's Helen here. As you know, I get most of my inspirations from you guys every day, and the request for vegan recipe has been overwhelming on this channel so far. Here in Vietnam, tofu is definitely the main source of protein for Vietnamese vegetarians. And most people would eat vegetarian 2 times a month on full moon and new moon day following Buddhist tradition. And most tofu shops are of course most busy on these days. There are so many dishes that you can make with tofu. You can steam it, fry it, grill or cook soup with it. Today I will share with you 7 easy recipes to spice things up with that tofu block. And it's good for your everyday meal to serve with rice or noodle. All the recipes in this video are vegan, but for sure you can add meat or use fish sauce to replace soy sauce if preferred.
Helen's recipes.
The first and most popular way is of course to fry. Make sure that you drain off the water. To remove much of the water inside the tofu, I wrap the tofu block in a few layers of paper towel and place it on a plate and place a cutting board and some heavy object on top to weigh it down, and leave it for a couple of minutes to remove as much water inside the tofu as possible. Cut into about 4 cm or 1.5 inch cubes. Next, heat vegetable oil until bubbles appear around the chopstick and fry both sides until golden brown. Take out and place on paper towel to drain off the excess oil. What's special about this recipe is actually in the sauce. Besides soy sauce and sugar, I also like to add a secret ingredient, which is a teaspoon of peanut butter. It adds a really nice nuttiness and richness to the sauce, which makes it really special. So give it a try. The second recipe is also very popular in Vietnam, which is fried tofu coated in scallion. It's called Đậu phụ, chiên hanh in Vietnamese. For this one, you will need to prepare 1 bowl of sugar, soy sauce, water, and scallion. For exact measurement, you can see in the description box below. And after frying the tofu cubes, just submerge it into the scallion soy sauce when it's still hot and take out immediately. The tofu will absorb the sauce better while it's still hot, and the chopped scallion will hold on to the pieces. It looks very tempting and it tastes really good and easy, right? The next recipes are good with silky tofu. It's one of my favorites. It's called tofu in spicy mushroom sauce, or đậu phụ sốt cay. First of all, you want to soak 10 grams of dry shiitake mushrooms in warm water for about 10 minutes, and then squeeze out the excess water and finely mince. Then cut the tofu into really small cubes and add some oil in a saucepan or wok and fry some minced garlic, shallot, and chili until fragrant. Then add the chopped mushrooms, some satay or hot sauce of your choice. You can use a Korean hot pepper paste or sriracha. Today I use some satay cay, soy sauce, vegan oyster sauce, chili sauce, about a tablespoon each. And then add about a 1/4 cup of water and a tablespoon of julienned ginger. To season, you add sugar, salt powder, and some salt. Then toss in the tofu cubes. Be very gentle because it's very easy to break. And simmer for a couple of minutes until the sauce slightly thickened. Wow, look at that, so good. Garnish with some chopped green onions and pepper. It's gonna taste so good over rice. Okay, next we're gonna make a simple soup with tomato and tofu. It's called Canh đậu phụ cà chua. In the medium saucepan, add a tablespoon of vegetable oil and saute some spring onion, the white part only, until fragrant. And then add 1 tomato, which I have cut into wedges, and half a teaspoon of salt and saute for a couple of minutes until tender. And then add 4 cups of water to bring it to a boil. And then add the tofu cubes and the enoki mushrooms. Season with a teaspoon of mushroom stock powder, or you can also use a vegetable stock powder. And cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then take off the heat. Garnish with some chopped spring onion and cilantro. You can serve this with rice, of course. Really good. It's a really hearty soup. The next recipe is a veganized version of a Vietnamese classic, beef wrapped in betel leaf. It's called bò nướng lá lốt. We will use tofu to replace beef to make it vegan. So you will need 2 blocks of firm tofu, crushed well with a fork. And 25 grams of dried shiitake mushroom, which should be soaked about 15 minutes in water and then finely minced. 50 grams of dried woody mushrooms, also soaked 15 minutes in warm water and finely minced. Pick 5 betel leaves that are not perfect and roll up into a cigar and cut into 5 strips. Combine with the mushroom, the shredded betel leaves with the crushed tofu, and then season with a tablespoon of minced lemongrass, half a teaspoon of fine spice powder or curry powder is also fine, half a teaspoon of salt, some mushroom stock powder, and a teaspoon of sugar. Just mix well and then set aside for about 15 minutes. The betel leaves can be bought at Asian store. You can use perilla leaves or grape leaves to substitute. Fresh leaves are easy to tear, so you can put them in the microwave for about 10 seconds just to soften, and it's very flexible to work with. Place the leaf on a flat surface with the dark side facing down and take about a tablespoon amount of the filling and place near to the tip of the leaf and roll it into a cigar, and when it reaches the stem, you can use a toothpick to poke a hole in the middle of the roll and tuck the stem into it to keep it secure. You can brush the roll with some oil and grill over charcoal or in an oven. It will smell very, very good. Or you can also deep fry until the leaf tightens and hold on to the fillings. You can eat this with rice or rice noodles. And my favorite way is to top a few betel leaf rolls on vermicelli noodle bowl with fresh greens, some grilled slices and mushrooms, and some pickled carrots and daikon, and of course a peanut sauce. It's called bún canh nướng chay. Very, very delicious. Next recipe is braised tofu with pineapple and mushrooms. For this recipe, I use 1 block of fried tofu. Just fry the outside so it's not easy to break. Cut into about 1.5 inch cubes and season with salt and pepper on both sides. You also need 1/4 of a pineapple, thinly sliced. And you also need some straw mushroom, which should be cut in half. Heat some oil in a saucepan and fry the sliced shallots until fragrant. And then add the pineapple and a teaspoon of sugar. Stir and cook on low for about 2 to 3 minutes until slightly caramelized. And then add some vegan oyster sauce, soy sauce, and also some water, then chili sauce. Then toss in the tofu and the straw mushrooms. Add some water and simmer on medium-low for about 10 minutes until the pineapple flavor is absorbed into the tofu. You can serve this hot with a sprinkle of chopped green onions and pepper and some steamed rice. So good. Okay, then the final recipe is also one of my favorites. It's teriyaki tofu. It's with Japanese flavor. Cut the seaweed nori sheet into about 2-inch strips. This is the same type that you use for sushi. Normally, I will cut the tofu in 1/2-inch slices and wrap it in a piece of nori. And then roll over some corn or tapioca starch and then deep fry until golden brown on both sides. Next, in a bowl, combine sugar, soy sauce, talc powder, and white ginger. Stir well to dissolve, and you want to bring this sauce to a boil. And then lower to a simmer for a couple of minutes until it's slightly thickened, and then toss in the tofu to coat with the sauce. Simply serve with a sprinkle of roasted sesame seeds for garnish, and it's gonna taste so good with some hot steamed rice. As simple as that, you're gonna be blown away by the amazing taste. That's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video with 7 recipes vegan. And for more vegan recipes, you can click on the cards that I put around here. And also click like, leave a comment below if you want me to make even more vegan recipes. And please subscribe for more awesome video every week. Thank you so much for watching.